So tell me about spirit visions. What is spirit visions?
Well, spirit visions, I was actually in the Badlands in South Dakota, and I was doing a Arnemetia, which means to cry for a vision. And it's a 4-day fast where you go on top of the mountain. And I was up there on the 4th day, and I'd seen this patch that I wanted to go in, and they marked out the territory and placed me in there. And it was a round circle. And on the 4th morning, the sun came up, and I thought, oh, good, 4 days, no food, no water. It's a very hard one. And I opened my eyes, and this buffalo was staring at me. So he'd come up the hill and was looking at me. And as I looked at him and I thought, I need to move, all I heard was the words, spirit visions, spirit visions. And it kept repeating itself. So I'd finished my 4 days. I came down the hill and met the elders and everything and told them. And so spirit visions became the umbrella for what we do, as in it sort of incorporates everything.
Yeah,
it's because we get visions from spirits.
Absolutely. That's as simple as that. So it is the umbrella over us.
Yeah.
Our shop, work, doing workshops, everything is just under spirit visions, and that's us.
Perfect description. Now you mentioned the shop. So tell us about Arnemetia's The Purple Shop.
Arnemetia, it's originally called The Purple Shop, and then Arnemetia is the goddess of the land here in Buxton, who called Barbara here to start with. And then I was called here, and Arnemetia is just a huge force. She really is. She's the goddess of the water, the sacred streams, the sacred grove, and she's also that sacred part, that nematome in your heart as well. She's that sacred space. So we wanted to honor her because even the Romans worshipped her when they took over the whole of Buxton and ruled the land. And so there's still, like in Buxton here, there's still a few little memories to her, apart from the amazing well. Her well comes right up from under the ground, obviously, and it comes out warm. It is so sacred. It's so pure. But of course, Arnemetia's well has now been changed to St. Anne's well. But we know that where it comes from, that is exactly where the ancient tribes used to go and worship her. So she decided that we would bring her energy back to Buxton. So the shop is now Arnemetia's,
The Purple Shop.
And it's still purple.
and what happened was when I came here 22 years ago, my then ex-fiance, I met him in Manchester, and he said, right, you can live in a radius within 100 miles of Manchester. Here's a map. And my finger landed on Solomon's Temple, which is very similar to the Glastonbury Tower. It's actually on top of an Iron Age fort, an old Iron Age fort on the boundary lines. And we ended up, James said, where do you want to go? And we looked and we saw this house. So we went into the house. And as soon as I walked in, one of the All One Tribe drums, the original ones I did many moons ago, was sitting there, and we had this connection. And I walked out, and it's the middle of winter, and I walked out onto the land, and this form came to me, and all she said to me was, because I was surrounded by woods and trees, is, I am the goddess of the grove and the water. And then I wrote a song called Reawakening the Goddess, which was all about Arnemetia. And then we carried on to the land, and then the shop came about again through that. And then Flavia and I, as I say, and Flavia just said, we work together with Arnemetia. And she is, as Flavia said, a formidable force.
Oh, she really is. I've written all about her in my Reclaim Your Dark Goddess bit, because no one really knows that much about her. And, you can compare her to the Roman goddess Solis, and there are various gods, even Temis. And that's the Thames goddess.
Yeah.
And no one really knows about her, but she's been drawn by amazing artists, Naomi, for our goddess deck. So, but anyway, back to the shop. Yes.
The Crooked Path.
Cricket Path, of course, and we sell all things magical. Crystals, wands, herbs,
Everything.
spicy things,
Yeah.
oracle decks and books,
Clothing.
yeah, and then we've got a shop opposite called The Grove, so it's Arnemetia's Grove, and that's where we sell all the funky festival clothes, all our witchy clothes, and just things that most people can't usually get hold of if you're into something a bit alternative. So we get quite a few people coming up here to Buxton. People do actually travel from miles around, don't they, just to come up and say hello and have a good look round. And we call this, we've invented it because we're opposite, we call this the Glastonbury of the North.